Good morning. It is 9:30 and I'm on my way to pick up my medication. So last night I ended up back in the ER, and so I didn't really vlog too much. I'm freezing. Around when I was just in the ER. I don't remember Anthony backing up the car last night. Anyway, I was just in just a couple of days ago, and I was having really bad back pain. They thought I had twisted wrong and everything had swollen. Ugh, my eyes. Anyway, and so that's what it was just chalked up to, and I was like, well, this sucks because this is really bad pain. I've had some bad back pain, but I feel like this almost topped it. Oh, my back. Anyway, then total TMI moment, I started bleeding the next day, and I just kind of tried to chalk it off to something else, and then by day 2 I was a little concerned. By day 3 I was like, yeah, this is a bit ridiculous. And so last night I'm sitting in bed, I started to feel a little pukey, and so I was like, well, I'll grab some jerky and get something small into my stomach, and that should help the nausea. And so I was talking to Joni, and then it went from nausea to feeling really icky and cramping, not in my back but in the front. And I was like, well, that's weird. I don't feel like I have to pee or anything. Hi.
Hello.
Amy Taylor. And so I gradually was just cramping more and more, stronger, harder. They were coming on, going off, kind of like contractions. And yeah, Joni, God, I see why we're friends sometimes. She's like, yeah, I hope I never get that. My mom's got it, and you both sound like shit and look like shit. I was like, thanks. But so I'm having some of the cramping in the front today, not like I was yesterday. And
Okay, we have tickets for you that we haven't even typed yet this morning, so probably at least 15-20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay?
Alright. So check. I should have called like I wanted to, because it's hard for me to get around right now. Anyway, so I was like, Anthony will go with me, and we headed out. We weren't there very long. They got me back fairly quickly, and it was all the classic symptoms I get, except for I didn't know, like, trouble urinating was part of it. I was like, yeah, I was just talking to my husband about that, out in the waiting room, because if you know how you sit on a toilet and you sit up, yeah, I had to lean back or I couldn't pee. It was like someone was pinching it off. It was really odd. Anyway, this video is going to be full of TMIs. And so, my back hurts. Anyway, so, anyway, so the doctor comes in, the nurse, I ended up with 3 nurses at one point. I was like, ooh, I'm a big baller here. And they're all laughing. I'm still in a good mood. I'm cramping, but there's nothing I can do about it except for, just, be one with it. And so I was just, cutting up. We were all laughing. And so it was hilarious. The doctor comes in, and she had already handed me a gown, and I was like, yeah, I'm not getting a CT, and I'm not taking an IV. And so the doctor came in, and he's like, well, what has you here? Didn't even introduce himself, which was odd to me. I said, bout of diverticulitis. And he asked why I thought that. Well, yes, I know I need gas. It's my 6th bout of it. So, not uncommon from this rodeo. And so, he was like, well, let's start an IV. And I was like, let's not. He's like, excuse me? I was like, I don't want an IV. I don't want a CT scan. I've already had more than 20 in a 4-year span. 5 years? 6 years. 6-year span. And that is 20 in that span. And I've had more before that. And so there has been some really good doctors that are like, if you think that's what this is and then that's what your symptoms are pointing to, then we will treat that. I would rather not do a CT scan because we are going to up your radiation levels and cancer risk. And I was like, appreciated. I have a lot more annoying people to do. And so I was like, all right. And so he was like, then what do you want? And I was like, antibiotics. Or I said medication, which I wouldn't consider pain pills medication. That's, for some, that might be medication. For me, that is end of the road desperation to take. I have taken 5 milligrams. What have I taken altogether? 10, 12 in 4 days. I've taken 12 milligrams of hydros. And so, and that was out of desperation because I was so uncomfortable. And I didn't want that. I wanted anti-nausea medication and antibiotics to get started on board because I have a doctor's appointment. The first appointment he had was Friday, and we are days away from that. And if I had thought about it, well, no, because yesterday I couldn't have. They were closed. So, yeah. And he was like, okay. And he wouldn't look up my information. I was like, I've had it before here. Other ER doctors have prescribed it because when my doctor's out of town, not on call, the stand-in doctor won't just do what my doctor wants, which is, if I have a bout of it, is to just put me on antibiotics, because there's no point in me running back and forth in and out. And sometimes like the really bad one, there was no way I was leaving my room, let alone my bed. I barely wanted to get up and pee. I jokingly said I needed a commode by the bed because walking across my room to the bathroom was difficult. And you guys have seen my room. It's not exceptionally large, and it's not like it's really close to the bathroom either. So you know. But yeah. And so he did that. It looks like all he gave me was the prescriptions. Cipro and Flagyl. Yeah. Review your medication updates. And it's like he didn't quite listen. Oh. I was like, fluconazole? What's that? I do know what that is. Anyway, so yeah. Ugh. Anthony, I was like, I know my body. I know what it's like. I've been through this. This isn't my first rodeo. He's like, and you and the vets, man. You guys all have the same, like, thing you pull from, don't you? And I just laugh at him. So, I guess I'm gonna go in for a little bit and then come back out. So, I'm gonna leave it at that and go rest for the day. I'm gonna go curl up on the couch and lay down. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you.